I am Mabel. I am 74 years old, and I am pregnant. Tonight, I am sitting alone on the edge of my narrow bed, my hands resting on my heavy belly, feeling my breath struggle to keep its rhythm. Today, my body felt weaker than ever, and no one asked if I needed help. My legs still shake from standing too long, and my back burns as if something inside me is slowly tearing apart. The room smells of damp walls and old soap. Outside, I hear distant footsteps, people going home to families that still wait for them. No one waits for me. I close my eyes and speak softly to the life inside me, asking for patience because I no longer know how much strength my body has left. When I was young, I believed old age would bring rest, but instead it brought this weight, this silence, and this growing child who listens to my every whispered fear. This morning began like every morning, with pain waking me before the sun. My belly felt heavier than yesterday, pulling me forward as I struggled to sit up. I washed my face with cold water that shocked my skin, hoping it would wake my strength, but it did not. As I walked to the hotel where I clean dishes, my breath shortened with every step. People stared at me, their eyes sliding over my belly and then away, as if shame could be contagious. Inside the kitchen, the smell of grease and burnt oil filled my lungs. My boss shouted my name before I even reached the sink, telling me I was slow, telling me I was useless. I lowered my head and worked silently, because arguing costs more energy than I can afford. My hands trembled as I scrubbed plates, and in that moment, a memory came back to me, sharp and unexpected. I remembered myself at 17, standing beside a river with bare feet, laughing as water touched my ankles. I was strong then. My body obeyed me without question. I dreamed of children and warmth, and a home where my name was spoken with love. That girl would not recognize the woman I am now. She would not believe that one day her body would carry life again when it was already breaking. The memory faded as a plate slipped from my hand and shattered on the floor. My boss shouted louder, and everyone stared. No one asked if I was all right. I bent down slowly, my belly pressing against my knees, pain flashing through my spine like fire. Inside me, my baby moved, as if responding to my hurt, and I whispered sorry under my breath. By afternoon, dizziness wrapped around my head like fog. I leaned against the wall, pretending to adjust my scarf so no one would see my weakness. The doctor's voice echoed in my mind, warning me that my body was too weak, that I should rest, that I should not work anymore. But rest requires safety, and safety requires money. When my shift ended, I walked home slowly, counting each step, stopping often to catch my breath. The street smelled of dust and cooking food from houses that were not mine. Children laughed somewhere nearby, and their laughter cut deeper than any insult. I wondered if my unborn child would ever laugh freely, or if they would inherit my silence. Tonight, as I sit here, I remember the day my first child was born. I was young then, scared but hopeful. I remember holding that tiny body and promising protection. That promise still lives inside me, heavy and unbroken. I place my hand on my belly now and repeat it again, even though my voice shakes. I do not know what tomorrow will demand of me, but I feel something waiting, something painful yet unfinished, pulling me forward into another night where sleep will not come easily. My back still aches from yesterday, and the pain follows me into the morning like a shadow that refuses to leave. I wake before dawn again, my belly tight and heavy, my legs weak beneath me. Today, my hands feel older than ever, their skin thin and trembling as I button my faded dress. I speak softly to my baby, telling them that we must survive one more day, because survival has always been my only skill. As I step outside, cold air cuts across my face, and I remember another morning long ago, one that shaped everything I became. I was 23 when my husband walked out, leaving behind silence and unpaid debts. He did not look back. I stood in the doorway holding my young child, watching his shape disappear down the road. That was the day I learned that love can leave without warning. The memory returns now as I walk the same kind of road, alone again, carrying life with no one beside me. At the laundry shop where I work today, the smell of wet cloth and detergent fills the room. My boss watches me closely, waiting for mistakes. My arms ache as I lift heavy bundles, my breath catching painfully in my chest. When I pause, just for a second, he snaps at me, reminding me that age is not an excuse. By midday, my vision blurs. I sit on a crate pretending to sort cloth, my head spinning. A young woman beside me whispers that I should go home, but she does not say it kindly. She says it with fear, as if my presence reminds her of something she does not want to face. I nod and keep working. My baby shifts again, slow and deliberate, and I feel tears press against my eyes. I remember my mother's hands, rough and warm, guiding me as a child when I fell. She died before she could see how alone I would become. That loss still echoes inside me. The doctor's office smells of antiseptic and echoes with footsteps. He looks at me with concern, repeating that my body cannot endure this stress. He asks if I have help. I shake my head. He sighs, writing notes that do not change my reality. As I leave, I feel smaller than ever. Tonight, lying on my bed, I talk to my baby about fear, about endurance, about the quiet strength of staying alive. I feel something building inside me, something unfinished, pulling me forward into another truth I have not yet faced. Sleep does not bring relief. My dreams are heavy with faces from my past, all turning away when I reach them. Today, my body feels slower, my steps shorter. At the hotel again, the floor feels harder beneath my feet. I clean tables while guests eat without looking at me. One woman whispered something cruel under her breath, and her words stay with me long after she leaves. I remember the day my children stopped visiting. They said my life choices embarrassed me. I nodded, pretending understanding, while something inside me collapsed quietly. During my break, I sit near the back door, breathing through pain. I remember the night I learned about this pregnancy. I cried, not from joy, but from fear. At my age, carrying life felt like a sentence. Yet over time, that fear changed. This child listens to my thoughts. This child knows my voice. That connection is the only thing that has not abandoned me. When my boss yells again, I lower my head and continue working because anger wastes strength. At night, the city grows quiet. I sit with my memories, holding my belly, realizing that my life has been shaped by endurance, not kindness. Something inside me begins to harden, not with bitterness, but with resolve. I feel that I am moving towards a moment that will demand everything I have left. The pain sharpens today. Each movement feels deliberate, calculated. I do not go to work. Instead, I sit in my room, listening to rain hit the roof. I remember a childhood storm, hiding beneath a table when my father shouted. Fear taught me silence early. That silence protected me for decades, but now it suffocates me. My baby moves strongly today, and I realize that this life inside me is not afraid. That realization changes something deep within me. I walk to the clinic despite the pain. The doctor's words are serious now. He warns me again, more firmly. I nod, knowing that warnings do not feed empty stomachs. On the way home, I collapse onto a bench, breathless and shaking. A stranger passed without stopping. I do not blame them. I have lived.
The silence holds for a long time after that night, and when morning comes, it does not come gently. My eyes open before my body is ready, and the first thing I feel is the weight. It is always the weight. My belly feels heavier than yesterday, as if the night added more than just hours to my body. I sit slowly, counting my breaths, waiting for the dizziness to settle. It does not settle. It only softens enough for me to stand. I whisper good morning to my unborn baby because speaking to someone, even unseen, makes the room feel less empty. Today, my body still feels weak, but weakness has become familiar, like an old ache that never leaves. As I wash my face, cold water splashes onto my wrists, and the chill reminds me of another morning long ago. I was young then, standing beside a cracked mirror in my childhood home. My mother was behind me, braiding my hair with hands that smelled of soap and flour. She told me a woman learns endurance before she learns happiness. I did not understand her words at the time. I thought endurance was something temporary. Now, decades later, I feel those words resting inside my bones. My mother died before she could see how deeply endurance would shape me, before she could see me grow old carrying life again when my body barely carries itself. I dress slowly, choosing the loosest clothes I own. Fabric rubs against my skin, and even that feels tiring. Outside, the air is heavy, filled with dust and the smell of cooking fires. I walk toward the laundry shop again because staying home does not stop hunger. Each step sends a dull pain through my hips. People pass me without slowing. Some glance at my belly, then away. Their eyes do not hold curiosity anymore. They hold judgment, confusion, sometimes disgust. I keep my head down. I have learned that eye contact invites questions I cannot answer. At the shop, the noise greets me before the people do. Machines hum, water splashes, wet cloth slaps against metal. My boss looks at me with irritation before I even speak. He asks why I am late. I want to tell him that my body takes longer to obey me now, that standing up feels like climbing a hill with no end. Instead, I apologize quietly and move to my place. My hands begin their work, rubbing, lifting, folding. Each motion feels heavier than the last. My breath shortens. Sweat gathers along my neck even though the room is cool. As I work, a memory returns without warning. It is the day my eldest child stopped calling me mother. We were standing in a narrow hallway, the walls close, like they are now in this shop. My child looked at me with anger and embarrassment mixed together. They said my life choices had ruined their respectability. They said people laughed at them because of me. I remember nodding, swallowing my words, because arguing felt pointless. That day, something inside me broke quietly, like old wood cracks without sound. That same quiet breaking happens again now as my boss shouts across the room, telling me to hurry. My hands slip. A bundle of wet cloth falls to the floor. The sound is loud, sharp. Everyone turns to look. My boss storms over, his voice rising, his words sharp enough to cut. He asks what good I am if I cannot even stand properly. I want to explain that my body is fighting two battles at once, age and pregnancy, and that neither one listens to reason. Instead, I bend slowly, pain spreading across my lower back, and pick up the cloth. Inside me, my baby moves, a slow roll that feels like reassurance and warning together. I whisper, "Sorry," again, not sure who I am apologizing to anymore. By midday, my vision blurs at the edges. I lean against a wall, pretending to stretch my legs. A younger worker watches me with unease. She tells me I should not be here. Her voice is not cruel, but it is distant, like someone commenting on the weather. I nod, because explaining my life would take longer than the break we are given. Hunger tightens my stomach, but I eat only a small piece of bread. Too much food makes my nausea worse. Too little makes my body weaker. Balance feels impossible. On my way home, I stop at the clinic again. The doctor looks tired when he sees me, as if my presence adds weight to his own day. He checks me carefully, his hands gentle but firm. He repeats his warning, saying my heart is strained, my body exhausted. He asks again if there is anyone who can help me. I shake my head slowly. Saying no has become easy. It is the truth that hurts. He sighs, writing notes that will not change the cost of bread or rent. As I leave, the smell of antiseptic follows me, sharp and clean, so different from the smell of my room. Walking home, I remember a night from many years ago when I lay awake holding a feverish child. I stayed up all night, afraid to sleep, afraid their breathing would stop. That fear kept me alert, strong. Now, fear still keeps me awake, but strength does not come with it anymore. Tonight, as I reach my room, my legs tremble so badly that I have to sit on the floor for a moment. The floor is cold. Dust clings to my hands. I breathe slowly until the shaking eases. Inside, the room feels smaller than ever. I sit on my bed and talk to my baby again. I tell them about the doctor, about the shouting, about the way people look at us. I tell them that I am scared, but I am still here. My voice cracks and tears fall onto my hands. I remember the promise I made long ago to protect my children, even when protection cost me everything. That promise rises again, stronger now, heavier than fear. As night deepens, pain spreads through my lower belly in slow waves. It is not the pain the doctor warned me about, but it is enough to steal my breath. I lie back carefully, listening to my heartbeat, feeling it race and then slow. I sense that my body is approaching a limit I cannot ignore any longer. Something is changing inside me, quietly, steadily. I do not know if it is my strength running out or a new kind of courage forming. As I close my eyes, one thought stays with me, pressing gently but firmly, telling me that the next day will ask of me something that I have never been asked before. That thought stays with me when morning arrives, pressing against my chest before I even open my eyes. I lie still for a long time, listening to the quiet of the room, testing my body without moving it. Pain answers first. It settles deep in my lower back and spreads slowly, like ink in water. My belly feels tight, heavier than it has ever felt before, and when I finally sit up, dizziness washes over me so strongly that I have to grip the edge of the bed. I breathe slowly, counting each breath the way the doctor once told me, pretending that control still belongs to me. I place my hand on my stomach and speak softly because my voice feels like the only steady thing left. I tell my baby that today we will move carefully, that we will listen to every signal.
Saying it out loud makes me feel responsible again, like I am still capable of protecting someone. As I stand, my knees tremble, and for a moment I think of lying back down and refusing the day. But refusing does not stop hunger, and it does not stop time. I dress slowly, my fingers clumsy, my thoughts already tired. Outside, the sky is dull and low, as if it too is carrying weight. The street smells of damp earth and smoke. Each step I take feels measured, deliberate. I decide not to go to the hotel today. The shouting there still echoes in my ears, and my body cannot bear it this morning. Instead, I walk toward a nearby house where I sometimes clean floors for a few coins. The woman who lives there opens the door and pauses when she sees me. Her eyes move to my belly, then to my face. She hesitates before letting me in, and that hesitation hurts more than words. As I scrub the floor, my arms ache quickly. I have to stop often, pretending to adjust the bucket or wipe sweat from my face. The woman watches me silently. She does not offer water until I ask. When I do, she sighs, as if kindness is an inconvenience. As I sit on the floor to rest, another memory rises, slow and heavy. I remember the day my youngest child was born. I was exhausted, shaking, but the moment I heard that cry, strength flooded me. People praised my resilience then. They called me brave. I wonder when bravery stopped being visible and turned into something people ignore. Halfway through the work, pain tightens low in my belly, sharper than before. It makes me pause completely. I close my eyes and breathe, my hands pressing gently against my stomach. The woman asks if I am all right, but her voice carries more concern for her floor than for me. I nod and say yes, because saying no would end the work. When I leave, she gives me fewer coins than usual. I count them slowly in my palm, feeling the familiar mix of relief and humiliation. Walking back, the pain returns in waves. Each one feels deeper, more demanding. I stop at a bench and sit heavily, my breath coming short. People pass me. Some look. No one stops. I remember another bench from years ago, sitting beside my husband when life still felt shared. He promised then that we would grow old together. I believed him. That belief feels foolish now, but it also feels tender, like a memory that refuses to harden completely. By the time I reach my room, my body feels emptied out. I collapse onto the bed, shoes still on, my chest rising and falling too quickly. Fear creeps in quietly. I think about the doctor's warnings again, about my heart, my strength, my age. I think about dying alone in this room with no one to notice. That thought terrifies me more than pain. I sit up and talk to my baby urgently now, telling them to stay with me, telling them that we still have things to do, promises to keep. As evening falls, the pain changes. It becomes more rhythmic, more insistent. I press my lips together to keep from crying out. I remember my first labor, the long hours, the way pain came and went like waves. That memory scares me because my body is not the same. I feel small, fragile, like glass stretched too thin. I wonder if I made a mistake by continuing like this, by believing endurance alone would be enough. Night deepens and the room feels colder. I wrap myself in a thin blanket and sit upright, afraid to lie down. Every sound outside feels louder now, footsteps echoing like reminders that the world keeps moving. I think about all the times I needed help and did not ask, all the times I asked and no one came. Tears slide down my face without sound. I do not wipe them away. I am too tired to pretend strength. In the quiet, I feel my baby move again, stronger this time. The movement surprises me, steadies me. It feels like a hand reaching back, reminding me that I am not completely alone, even now. I place both hands on my belly and breathe through another wave of pain. Something inside me understands that I am approaching a moment I cannot delay much longer. The fear is still there, but beneath it, something else is forming, something firm and unavoidable. As I sit there, listening to my own breathing and the distant sounds of the night, I realize that tomorrow may not allow me the choice to endure quietly anymore. Tomorrow may demand that I face what I have been avoiding, whether I am ready or not.
That realization does not leave me when the night finally loosens its grip on the sky. I do not remember falling asleep, only drifting in and out of pain, my body refusing rest the way it once refused help. When morning light slips through the cracked window, it finds me sitting upright, my back pressed against the wall, my hands resting protectively over my belly. My body feels different now, not just weaker, but uncertain, as if it no longer belongs completely to me. Every small movement sends a message I do not fully understand yet. I try to stand, but my legs do not respond immediately. They tremble, stiff and unreliable. I wait, breathing slowly, refusing panic. Panic steals energy I cannot spare. When I finally manage to stand, the room spins briefly, then settles. I speak to my baby again, my voice barely louder than the morning air. I tell them we must be careful today. I tell them I am listening now, really listening to what my body has been trying to say for days. I do not go to work. The thought of shouting voices and hard floors feels impossible this morning. Instead, I make my way slowly toward the clinic again. The walk feels longer than ever. My steps are small, cautious, like each one might be the wrong one. Along the way, I remember another walk from my past, carrying my first child on my hip, tired but proud. I remember how people smiled then, how they offered help without being asked. That version of me feels like someone I once knew rather than someone I was. At the clinic, the waiting room smells of disinfectant and quiet worry. I sit down carefully, my hands gripping the chair as another wave of pain rolls through me. It is stronger now, undeniable. When the doctor finally sees me, his face tightens with concern. He listens closely as I describe the pain, the dizziness, the exhaustion. This time, his warning is not gentle. He tells me my body is under too much strain. He tells me continuing like this is dangerous. He asks again, more firmly, about support, about family. The question opens an old wound. I tell him the truth in pieces. I tell him my family is distant. I tell him they do not approve of my life, my choices, my pregnancy. Saying it out loud makes it heavier, more real. He nods slowly, his eyes kind but powerless. He suggests rest, monitoring, possibly staying nearby. I nod, even though I know rest has never been a simple option for me. Before he leaves, he looks at me and says something softly, something that stays with me. He says I have been strong for a very long time, but strength should not always mean silence. Walking back, his words echo in my mind. Strength should not always mean silence. I sit on a low wall halfway home, my breath shallow, my heart racing. People pass by again. I watch their shoes, their shadows, their hurried lives. For the first time, I feel anger rise beneath the fear. Not loud anger, but a steady one. Anger at being invisible. Anger at a life where asking for help feels like failure.
I remember my childhood again, hiding under a table while adults argued, learning early that survival meant staying quiet. That lesson protected me once. Now it is hurting me. Back in my room, the pain grows more frequent. It comes in steady waves now, forcing me to stop whatever I am doing and breathe through it. I sit on the bed, then stand, then sit again, unable to find comfort. I talk to my baby more openly now. I tell them I am scared. I tell them I do not know what will happen next. I tell them that despite everything, I am glad they are here. Saying that surprises me, but it feels true. As afternoon fades into evening, memories come faster, as if my mind is gathering everything at once. I remember my wedding day, hopeful and naive. I remember nights of hunger, days of hard work, years of being needed and then discarded. I remember holding my children when they were small, promising protection even when I barely had any for myself. All those moments pressed together inside me, forming a single understanding. I have spent my life enduring quietly, believing that suffering was the price of survival. Another wave of pain bends me forward, sharper than before. I grip the edge of the bed, my breath breaking despite my efforts. Fear returns, stronger now, but it is joined by clarity. I realize I cannot face what is coming alone, not this time. The thought frightens me, but it also brings relief, like releasing something heavy I have carried too long. I do not know who will hear me if I speak, but staying silent feels more dangerous now than reaching out. Night falls again, slower, heavier. I sit by the window, watching darkness fill the street. My body aches everywhere. My heart feels tired, but my mind feels awake in a way it hasn't for a long time. I place both hands on my belly and breathe through another wave, my voice steady despite the pain. I promise my baby that I will try to do things differently now, even if it scares me. As the pain tightens once more, stronger and closer together, I understand that tomorrow will not be about endurance or silence anymore. Tomorrow will force a choice I have avoided my entire life, and whatever happens, it will change everything that comes after. That understanding stays with me through the night, tightening its grip every time another wave of pain moves through my body. I do not sleep. I sit, breathe, stand, then sit again, time losing its shape as my body takes control in a way I can no longer negotiate with. My belly feels hard now, stretched and heavy, pulling me forward with each breath. Fear sits beside me, quiet but constant, and yet something else is there too, a strange calm. As if after a lifetime of running, my body has decided it is time to stop and face whatever comes. When the first light of morning creeps into the room, I realize I am shaking. Not from cold, but from effort. Each pain feels closer than the last, more purposeful. I press my forehead against the wall and breathe slowly, remembering the doctor's words, remembering the warning I ignored too many times. For the first time, I admit to myself that I cannot do this alone. Saying it inside my head feels like defeat and relief at the same time. I whisper it to my baby, my voice breaking. I tell them I tried to be strong for too long. A memory comes to me then, clearer than the rest. I am young again, standing in a hospital corridor after giving birth, my mother beside me. I remember how she held my hand and said, "Asking for help does not make a woman weak, it keeps her alive." I ignored that lesson for decades. I thought endurance meant silence. Now, with pain tightening around me, I understand what she meant. Endurance without support slowly kills you. Another wave hits, stronger than before, stealing my breath completely. I cry out despite myself, the sound small but real. It echoes in the room, and I realize how long it has been since I allowed my pain to make noise. Tears spill freely now, mixing fear, regret, and exhaustion. I think about all the moments I stayed quiet when I should have spoken. I think about my children, the distance between us, the pride that hardened into walls on both sides. I think about the judgment, the whispers, the way people looked at my belly like it was a mistake instead of a life. My hands shake as I reach for the door. Each step toward it feels like crossing a line I have avoided my whole life. The hallway outside is empty, but the world feels closer now, more pressing. I knock on a neighbor's door, my heart racing faster than the pain. When it opens, words fail me at first. Then they come out broken and honest. I say I need help. Saying it out loud feels like something inside me finally cracking open. Time blurs after that. Voices, hands guiding me. The ride to the clinic feels endless and too fast at the same time. Every bump sends pain through my body, but I am no longer alone with it. At the clinic, bright lights and familiar smells surround me. The doctor's face is serious, but there is urgency now, not frustration. People move quickly. Someone tells me to breathe. Someone tells me to hold on. I do both because holding on is something I know how to do. As I lie there, waves of pain coming one after another, my mind fills with my life all at once. Childhood hunger, young love, loss, years of work that bent my back and hardened my hands, moments of joy that came and went quietly. Every mini story of my life feels like it is lining up behind this moment, as if everything I endured was leading me here. I realized that survival was never meant to be silent. It was meant to reach this point where life insists on being seen. I speak to my baby through clenched teeth, my voice shaking but determined. I tell them they were never a mistake. I tell them they gave me a reason to finally speak, to finally ask. I tell them that even if my body fails me, my love has not. I feel their movement again, strong and present, and it fills me with a fierce protectiveness I thought I had lost. The pain peaks, overwhelming, consuming everything else. For a moment, I am sure I cannot do this. Then another memory surfaces, quiet and steady, my mother's voice again, telling me to breathe through fear because fear passes, but life continues. I hold on to that thought as tightly as I can. I breathe, I push, I cry, I let myself be seen in my weakest moment. When the intensity finally eases, I lie there trembling, unsure what has happened or what will happen next. My body feels emptied, exhausted beyond anything I have known. I stare at the ceiling, tears sliding silently into my hair. Whatever comes after this moment, I know something fundamental has changed. I am no longer just enduring. I have crossed into something else. I think about the woman I was at 17 by the river, full of dreams. I think about the mother I became, the mistakes I made, the love I never stopped carrying. I think about the old woman I am now, lying here, fragile and fierce at the same time. For the first time in years, I do not feel invisible. I feel present, raw, real. As the room quiets and voices soften, I place a trembling hand over my heart and then over my belly. I do not know what tomorrow will bring. I do not know if my body will recover or how the world will judge me next. But I know this. Today, my body felt weaker than ever, and no one asked if I needed help. Yet when it mattered most, I finally asked anyway. And as I lie there, breathing slowly, feeling the weight of my life settle into a fragile stillness, I understand something with painful clarity. Strength was never about carrying everything alone. Strength was surviving long enough to finally let myself be held.